Hey guys, so I just looked at my Creator Studio app, the one that I hadn't opened for days, and guess what? Guess fucking what? This channel now has about 2,470 subs. And you might think, Jean, what's wrong with that? Why are you talking about this? And my dear, the problem with that is I literally made a community post and talked about it in a video about reaching 2,500 subs. And now I look like a giant buffoon. That's the problem. And just in case you're wondering, that is exactly the reason why I don't talk about subscriber numbers on this channel. Because literally every single time that I had done this, it didn't last long. It didn't last long. And okay, it's not like I don't appreciate you guys being here, okay? I do. I really do appreciate you guys listening to my weird accent that no one in this entire world can decipher. And yes, I know that this is very petty. This is very, very petty. I'll probably reach that goal once again this week. I'm pretty sure about that. But still, damn, I'm salty. Why the fuck did you 25 people leave, huh? Like, you 25 people are literally the worst people on this planet. Point blank period, okay? Anyways, like, that's not the point. That's not the point of this video. That's just me trying to avoid talking about the point of this video. So the reason why I'm making this video is because, as you saw it in the title and the thumbnail, Shane Dawson. And this is quite a hard video for me to make. I literally had recorded this twice at this point. Once yesterday and once the day before yesterday. And I had to scrap both of them. And just in case you're wondering, that is the reason why the upload schedule has been bloop bloop, not that great. But yeah, this video is hard for me to make. And the reason for that isn't really because, oh, I was a huge fan of Shane Dawson. No, I wasn't. I wasn't a huge fan of Shane Dawson. I remember watching only a few of his series, like the one with Jake Paul, the one with Jeffree Star, and the one with Eugenia Cooney. So the reason why it's hard for me to make isn't really because, oh, I was a huge fan of Shane Dawson. No, I wasn't. The reason it's so hard for me to make is because I cannot believe that this is only now getting attention. I cannot believe that. So if you don't know what's going on, there have been some clips of Shane Dawson that have been resurfacing that show Shane Dawson to be a pedo or a predator. And of course, we cannot say that with absolute certainty because, we're not in his head, but this is very creepy behavior. And the thing about these clips that have been resurfacing is that none of it was exclusive. None of it was like, oh, behind the scenes footage of Shane being creepy. No, none of that. All of these clips, all of them have been on the internet for years at this point. At least for a decade. And it's not even like people weren't paying attention to this at the time. Like, I literally found a video that was made about exposing Shane Dawson. This is the same video that's going viral on Twitter right now. And guess what? This video was made in 2018. On YouTube, this video has more dislikes than likes. So it wasn't like absolutely no one was paying attention to this. No, people were paying attention to this. It's just that we excused it. We excused Shane's behavior. And to me, that is very concerning. It is absolutely fucking crazy. Because you would assume that a big public figure who has been in public eye for years at this point, like Shane Dawson, would have a lot of eyes that are scrutinizing him constantly. But no. So let's talk about the clips. I don't know how many of these clips I can show you guys here because, it's YouTube, but I'll show you guys some of them here.
This child was probably 6 years old, and I was taking a picture of something, and the kid turns to me and goes, "Oh, are you Instagramming?" And first of all, how does a 5-year-old, 6-year-old know what Instagram is? Right. Which is terrifying. Mm-hmm. Second of all, I was embarrassed because yes, I was, and it was a picture of my salad. And the 6-year-old girl goes, "Oh, how many followers do you have?" "I have 125,000.
No.
Her dick was almost as big as mine.
Really?
And I said, "Okay, little big dick, why do you have so many followers?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm a cheerleader." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" And she shows me her Instagrams, which are like, first of all, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like, she's like sexy. She's like sexy.
You're disgusting.
I know. Listen, we've talked about pedophilia before.
Shane. Like, do not say this, and I don't even want to talk about it. Like, you will get arrested. Like, he kind of can.
Listen,
he has this justification for pedophilia, okay. And it's so disturbing. And like, I just pretend that he doesn't.
Okay, wait, no. Let me explain. Let me explain.
Oh God.
Here's my justification for pedophilia.
I can't.
Here's my thing. People have foot fetishes. People have fetishes about, everything. Fine, everybody do your thing. So why is it when somebody looks at Google's like naked baby on Google and jerks off to it, they can get arrested? I don't understand
because
that. Here's the worst part of it. I actually went to Google and I'm like, I don't want to see.
You're gonna get arrested.
I know, but I just wanted to see, like, okay, let me pretend like I'm a pedophile for a sec.
Time to see some hot, sexy bitches wearing my Hot Topic shirts. Damn. Oh, if Justine wasn't watching, I would rape all of you.
Lucy. Wait, Lucy, let's get real.
That's so embarrassing.
We want to know. We have a question.
What is it? Very important question. And you don't need to feel shy about it.
No, you really...
It's natural.
It's natural. Is there anybody around? No?
It's natural for a girl at your age.
Yeah. So we want to talk to you. We want to explain what sex is. We did get really quiet.
Where's the other peep? We should probably explain.
We'll use peeps. Okay, well, one peep and then we'll use you.
Oh.
Okay. So I'll just pretend like that's, I mean, that works.
Lucy, this happens.
See, oh.
And then you're so happy when you're an adult. I can't believe I'm endorsing this. Look what you've turned me into.
So Lucy, does that make sense?
Can you reenact it for us?
But Lucy, listen, you should be in love and you should preferably be married and hopefully not have any kids.
Okay.
And you should definitely be over the age of like 24, 25.
And he should put a ring on it.
And he should put a
ring on it.
Dick ring on it. No, I'm kidding. No, you don't know what that is. You shouldn't know what that is. Okay. Now, are you on your period right now?
What?
I'm trying to get answers.
No. How old are you?
I'm not going to give you anything.
So close.
How old are you?
I'm 12.
This feels very...
Right?
No, what?
Are you? No, you're not on your period? You bleed.
No.
Now listen, you have a boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Now, what did I tell you? When he says, "Can I put it in?" you say,
No.
"Good." High five, girlfriend. Now, when he says, "What about just in your mouth?" you say,
No.
No.
You say, "I bite." Right?
12 years old, everybody.
Disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. So yeah, that is who Shane Dawson is. That is who this public figure that was adored by millions of people is. And these clips, like I've said, have existed for years. Now, there are a lot of defenses that Shane Dawson stans use on Twitter while defending Shane Dawson. One of them is obvious, the legality thing. Oh, Shane cannot go to jail for that. Why are you even bringing this up? And it's the legality versus morality thing. And I think all of you guys understand this. So, no need to talk about this further. The second thing that I keep on hearing from not just Shane Dawson stans, but also other people is that, hey, it was a different culture at the time, and hey, it was normal at the time. I believe Mike and Actor and D'Angelo were having a fight about this on Twitter. And Mike and Actor was saying at the time this was normal and this was the culture at the time. And I believe it was PewDiePie who said it in his video about canceling. I don't think he specifically talked about Shane Dawson, but he said something along the lines of, if you were born in that era and if you were raised during that time on the internet, then you would laugh at these jokes that you are now canceling influencers for. And to that, I have to say, yeah, definitely. Like, if I had grown up watching Shane Dawson, I had probably laughed at his jokes. Probably. However, that in and of itself is the problem. That it was normalized. That in and of itself is the problem. Yes, if I was raised watching Shane Dawson, yes, I would have laughed at these jokes. If you see the interaction between Shane Dawson and his fans during that time, it is clear that Shane Dawson and his fans had a repeated theme, a repeated joke of Shane being a pedo. I'll show you guys an example of that later on. But that in and of itself is the problem. It's the normalization of it that's the problem. Because, hey, look, a pedo isn't gonna come out and say, oh yeah, I'm engaging in pedo behavior. No, they aren't gonna do that. You know what they're gonna do? The first thing that they'll say is, oh no, it's a joke. It's a joke. And that is how people normalize pedo behavior. That doesn't make it normal nor okay. It just means that Shane Dawson normalized it. And to people saying that at the time it was okay and fine, to that I have to say, no, it wasn't fucking normal at the time. So, as I was researching this, I found a old website where Shane Dawson used to post a lot. It was like another social media website. It's called dailybooth.com. And on this website, people would usually post a picture of themselves and ask their fans to post a picture of themselves in the comments and the replies to the original post. And Shane Dawson used to be on this website. And here are some of Shane's posts asking his fans for pictures of their feet, pictures of their crotch, pictures of their blowjob face. And they sent him these pictures. And by sent him, I mean that they publicly posted this on a forum, but they posted it because Shane asked for it. And he would use these photos that he would get from his fans and put it in a series titled Viewer Orgy Time. And here's the intro, I think, to that series.
Grab all your condoms, take off all your clothes, shake private parts, orgy time's about to start. Spread your legs, open wide, get some lube and shake your thighs. Here comes Shane Dawson, the guy knows how to blow your mind.
Yep, this is exactly the family-friendly Shane Dawson. Now, on Shane Dawson's posts about asking his fans to show him their crotch, guess what? I found comments that said something along the lines of, no, I can't do that, I'm underage. Shane, are you drunk? And another comment said, no, I can't do that. So the point of me showing you these comments is that, look, even at the time, these were not considered okay. So no, even at the time, there were people who were like, this is questionable behavior. And because people were suspicious at the time, Shane had to invent a long-running joke of him being a pedo. And if you look at the archived website, dailyboot.com, and look at the post by Shane Dawson, it's clear that there's an interplay of Shane Dawson and Shane Dawson fans, like joking about Shane being a pedo. Here's a comment that I found under that Show Me Your Crotch post that is clearly a joke. And I don't know if I screenshotted this or not, but they later go on to say that, oh, I love you, Shane. And Shane Dawson has a repeated history of joking about being a pedo. Here is him tweeting with the hashtag I am not a pedo. Here is him making a joke about it in his video.
I mean, at least there's no rumors that I'm a pedophile. Oh shit.
So no, please excuse me the bullshit excuse that, oh, it was normal at the time. No, it wasn't. No, it fucking wasn't. It just means that Shane Dawson normalized it. You cannot excuse this because, oh, it was a different time. Oh, it was a different culture at the time. No, you can't excuse this. Now, one of the most damning clips that I have found on Shane Dawson is of him kissing a 12-year-old. And I don't know if I could show it to you guys here. If I will, I'll probably have to censor a lot of it. So, yeah.
Okay, ready? All right, 3, 2. Okay, I think I missed. Okay, get out of here. Thank you.
I love you.
Have a good night.
Yikes. Oh my god, yikes. Like, oh my god. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Kissing a 12-year-old. A 12-year-old. Like, no, that's not fucking okay. There is also this clip that's... Take a look at this.
Ew, this is gonna be the nastiest cum face thing ever.
Almost as nasty as the black girl's hair on the back of the box.
I can't. Like, I physically, like, I don't know, recoiled when I watched those two clips. Like, you can't justify this. Also, one of the other excuses that Shane Dawson stans give is that, oh, it's a joke. Oh, it's just a joke. And here's the thing. Those things, no fucking way. No fucking way. You cannot justify that by just saying, oh, it's a joke. You can't do that. And second of all, we shouldn't even excuse his jokes here. And the reason for that is quite simple. Because this is a pattern of behavior. Like, I'm pretty sure if it was just like once or twice, I'm pretty sure most of us wouldn't care that much. But it is a repeated pattern of behavior. And Shane Dawson stans, what they're doing is they're taking all of these jokes and all of these incidents and only looking at them one by one and not looking at the whole pattern that it creates. Like, yeah, sure, I guess you can excuse this in a vacuum without any context whatsoever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can even excuse that kiss. I know that there was one Shane Dawson stan that said something along the lines of, oh, have you never been to France or any of the Western European countries? Like, I'm pretty sure that with every single one of these things, you can find a context in which it might be appropriate. But even though we can do it, we shouldn't. We shouldn't excuse Shane's behavior. Like, this is an analogy that Wash made in his video, and I was like, ugh, why would you make this analogy, Wash? And later I was like, ooh, that's a good analogy, Wash. I'll definitely use that in a video. So here's me using this analogy. Imagine a murderer, a serial murderer in his childhood. I think we all know how murderers start, right? Oh, they start off by killing little animals. And I'm pretty sure if you go back enough, you can justify some of their actions. Like, oh, is it really that bad when a kid kills insects? Like, is it really that bad? I don't think so. If you go back enough, I'm pretty sure you can justify each one of these like little actions. I'm pretty sure about that. However, the point isn't really the individual actions themselves. The point is the entire pattern that it creates. The pattern that started off by killing little spiders, then killing little insects, then killing little birds. It's the pattern that matters. And that is the reason why we shouldn't excuse these actions. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The person who said, "Oh, have you never been to Western European countries?" and justifying that by using the example of France and other countries, like that sounds a lot like me saying, "Oh, yeah, this 5-year-old killing a full-grown pig is not really that bad. I mean, butchers kill pigs all the time, right? Like, girl, you look like a fucking clown. Shut up." Okay. What was I saying? Now that I think about it, Shane Dawson's stance excusing Shane's behavior is exactly like an abusive relationship, you know? Like, abuse victims often justify their abuser's actions, and it makes sense why they do it. You know, they are starstruck by the charisma of this person, and they really believe that this person loves them, and they don't want to think that the person that they think loves them is this horrible person. It makes sense why abuse victims justify their abuser's actions. However, they really shouldn't justify their actions now, should they? Abuse victims often excuse their abuser's behavior when they shouldn't, and when they get out, they realize that, holy shit, how did I miss all of these red flags? They were right there in front of my eyes. How did I miss them? And the answer is obvious, because they excused it at the time when they really shouldn't have. And it is the same thing here. Shane Dawson's stans are excusing Shane's behavior even though they shouldn't. And it makes sense why they do it. They grew up watching Shane. They love Shane. They don't want to think that this person that they looked up to is this horrible person. It makes sense why they do it. However, they shouldn't. They shouldn't do it. And also, in that abuse victim scenario, I want to ask a very important question. What happens to the abuse victim when they excuse their abuser's behavior every single time? What happens? The abuse victim cannot identify the abuser, cannot see the abuser for who they really are. And I want to make the same point here. If we excuse Shane's behavior, then we lose our ability to identify pedos and predators, and it makes our communities less safe. If we excuse Shane's behavior, then that would mean that we lose our ability to see predators and to identify predators and pedos for who they really are. And that makes our communities less safe. Just like abuse victims excusing their abuser's behavior every single time makes them less safe. And I want to make another point here, that the normalization of pedo behavior by just saying, "Oh, it's a joke," as if that is a get out of jail free card, we cannot use the excuse of, "Oh, it's just a joke," to justify horrible behavior. We can't. Because here's the thing, pedos and predators aren't going to just come forward and say, "Oh, I'm a pedo," or "I'm a predator," or when they're like engaged in pedo behavior. You know, when you ask them about it, they aren't going to just say, "Oh yeah, I'm engaging in pedo behavior." No, they aren't going to do that. They're going to say, "Oh, I'm joking." It's literally the biggest excuse that we give to influencers. And in this case, at least with pedos and predators, like, this is inexcusable. It is absolutely inexcusable. And if we let, "Oh, it's just a joke" excuse, and we run with it, we literally lose our ability to identify pedos and predators, because all they have to do is turn around and say, "Oh, I'm just joking," when what they're really doing is they're engaging in pedo behavior and normalizing it to their large audience. And it's the best thing that could happen to predators and pedos, the normalization of their behavior. Just like showing women in abusive relationships as healthy in media normalizes abusive relationships and it only benefits the abusers. And it's the best thing that could happen to them. The parallels are staggering, by the way. Let this be a lesson to all of us. Do not let influencers just get away with shit. Literally, the biggest excuse that we give to influencers is, quote, it's just a joke. Even if it's just a joke, it leads to the normalization of that behavior. And please, please, please pay attention to the influencers that you watch. Pay attention to their behavior. Ask yourself, is it something that just happened once? Or is it something that's a repeated pattern? And if it's just once, whatever. If it's not severe, blah, whatever. Who cares, right? And if it is severe, like, hey, look at the context. Is it really that bad? Like, obviously take context into account, obviously. No, please don't just jump to conclusions like, oh my god, this creator made one joke about pedos and that could be considered inappropriate. Don't just jump to conclusions. See if it's a pattern of behavior. And if it's just once, who cares? Who honestly cares? But see if it's a pattern of behavior. That's what that matters. But please, pay attention to the patterns of behavior of the influencers that you watch. I know we want to excuse our favorite creators' actions. I know that. That's something that I have to also constantly deal with. However, we should still look at the creator's pattern of behavior. Is it something that just happened once? Or is it something that's a repeated pattern of behavior? Holy shit. Okay. I think I have talked about everything that I wanted to talk about here. Okay, I don't know if I want to make this point or not. I'm gonna make it anyways, I know it. The same way that we detect pedos is the same way that we detect racists and other bigoted people. And I know with racism, it's hey, if it was a long time ago and if the person has changed, whatever, right? I understand that. However, when it's very recent, like Blaire White, for instance, you have to start questioning their character. For instance, here's Blaire White saying, if he ain't Aryan, we ain't marryin', in 2017. By the way, this is still up. It's on our Facebook. Of course, I've archived it. Yeah, of course, but it's still up. You can see it right here that I'm going to her homepage. And yeah, look, her official homepage. Here's her Shane Dawson video. Another example is this. Here's someone talking about the migrant crisis and how are we supposed to deal with that without, killing people. And here's Blaire White saying, gas 'em. And here's another tweet by Blaire White. Blaire Black, intersectional trans feminist, mentally ill, hashtag Black Lives Matter, non-binary dragonkin. And these examples weren't 10 years ago or something. No, this was very recent. This was all around the time of 2017-ish, so it wasn't it was a long time ago. And Blaire even talked about the last one in her video. And guess what she did? She didn't include the caption in her video, so it essentially made her look like, oh my god, these libtards are mad at me for wearing a face mask. Look at them, they are so irrational. Oh my god, the left has gone crazy. And if you had watched her video, you would not have seen the caption. It's actually exactly like Shane Dawson's apology, isn't it? Just like Blaire White downplayed her actions, Shane Dawson also downplayed his actions. This is him describing his talk, quote unquote, with his cousin. He refers to it as, quote, birds and the bees talk.
I saw a vlog clip of me and my cousin who was, I don't know, probably 12 or 13 at the time. And we were, I was doing the birds and the bees talk.
Yeah, that wasn't the birds and the bees talk, my dude. We all have seen the video. No, it wasn't the birds and the bees talk. It was fucking disgusting. And if you had only watched Shane's video, you would think, oh yeah, it's just normal. It's just normal, when it really wasn't. Now, am I saying that Blaire White in her heart believes that, oh, black people are inferior than white Aryan race? No, I don't know. I can't possibly know whether that's true or not. Just like I can't possibly know whether Shane is a pedo for real or not. I don't know. I can't possibly know whether he wants to fuck kids. However, this behavior should make us question Blaire's character, just like that behavior of Shane should make us question Shane's character. And I know that Blaire fans will say, oh my god, it's just a joke. I know that. I'm not the person who's saying, oh, Blaire is serious in all of these posts. She's not. But when it's a repeated pattern, and you haven't apologized for it, and you only deleted it because you got backlash, and in a video you downplayed your actions, that should make everyone question Blaire's character. And just like Shane Dawson making these jokes leads to the normalization of that behavior, Blaire White's jokes, even though they might be jokes, leads to the normalization of that behavior. So yeah, that's all that I have for this video. Like this video if you liked it. Comment your thoughts down below about what you think. Subscribe for more videos. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. Oh my god, I can't believe that it took me so long to record this video. I have been literally recording for about an hour at this point. This was a hard video to make. Not gonna lie, it's one of the most hard videos I've ever made. So yeah, that's all. And please, do not touch your face.